Well, before you send that next text, you might want to call the person instead. Here's why. New Jersey court this week ruling that any person sending a text could be held liable in court if the recipients get into an accident. But it might not be that black and white. Even if the texter didn't know the person was driving, is this ruling fair? Janell Weinstein says the texters should know better, but attorney Rebecca Rose Woodland thinks it's outrageous. Now, you were telling me, Janell, that there is a feature in this that says you have to know, as the person texting the driver, that the driver was driving.
Right. The ruling says you have to have actual knowledge or a special reason to know from some prior experience or relationship with the person.
Well, how would you prove that?
Well, that's going to be the difficulty in this ruling. In the case that they ruled this on, they dismissed the action against the sender. They were not liable. So it's going to be a difficult burden to prove.
All right, but it'll come back to that. I'm sorry, but you know, your point is that if you know you text this person every day at this time and you know they're in transit or commuting or on the highway, it's New Jersey, if you're on the Jersey Turnpike, you know, first of all, if you're on the New Jersey Turnpike, you're not moving because it's on the, right? So it's not a big issue. But I understand what they're saying, but aren't you, the driver, really the problem, not the person sending it?
Certainly, and the court said that. They're not going to put an obligation on somebody sending a text.
But they've already set the precedent here that that could happen.
It could happen, but again, it's very limited. You also have to know that it's a person that's going to immediately read it. The burden is on the person who's driving, that they're going to obey the law.
Yeah, but we all send texts, right? And we don't know
Right.
if the person's going to get it right away. We know when we send it, but we have no control or idea when the person.
And you wouldn't be liable in that case.
Yeah, then why the heck do this then?
Right. Well, it's an appellate division case, so it isn't law as in legislation. It can go up to the Supreme Court. And
Do you find it stupid?
I think that it's very unrealistic that you're going to be able to prove
I didn't say
that
unrealistic.
case.
Do you find it stupid that someone came up with this?
I think that it's overreaching. I don't know that I'd call the appellate division stupid, but
How about asinine, moronic, overreaching?
Overreaching, I might agree with.
I will. I just think that the appellate division in New Jersey is not really thinking straight. It doesn't make sense. Even if I text you every day, Neil, because I think you leave work and there's a possibility you're on the highway, I don't know if you're going to read it while you're driving. How do I know if you didn't pull over? If you're not at a Starbucks,
well, you wouldn't be liable
coffee.
In that case.
You
but
wouldn't be,
but see, we get back to the point you did. Both the ladies did at the outset. How you would prove that? Now you mentioned something interesting at the outset where you said, well, if you have a history of prior emails or texts, I should say, where you have texted knowing full well that someone was behind the wheel. Short of that, and going through the history of someone's text, I don't know where this goes outside of getting very creepy where they're taking your phone.
Well, the problem is it's a very difficult burden. In this case that came to the appellate division, they couldn't get the context of the text. They couldn't prove she was driving. He was driving at the time, and that she knew about it, and it got dismissed. So I think this analysis by the appellate division and what they'd like to impose this duty on, we're going to see other cases that the rulings are going to go the other way because it's too difficult.
I'm going to have to now hire an attorney if I texted someone who got into an accident to disprove.
That would be weird.
That
like you're an attorney and you hire an attorney.
I would have to hire another attorney to disprove.
Or you just text them to come.
My intention and what I knew when I was texting this person. Come on, this is nonsense. This is just way too far overreaching.
It's like a Jackie Mason thing. Did you text me?
Who texted who?
All right. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil.
I tried to get you to say it was stupid or asinine, and you're that
I practice
classy.
in New Jersey.
You're that classy. Yeah, I practice in New Jersey. Meanwhile, they're going to look at good. Cavuto, we know you drive in New Jersey. Meanwhile, first the showdown.